What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a tap into the soul for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, you guys are first this week for the zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. This is the last um, reading for you guys for the month. Okay, so remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, unless you guys know your other placements, you can check for your other placement signs. For the rest of the month, we only have one more week to go. Okay. Um, Make sure you guys check out the monthly manifestations every month after your sun sign reading goes out. That will help to clear out your energy. It is a reading for the collective. However, you could get some additional messages within that monthly manifestation reading. Okay, so make sure you're watching that every month. That's to help just cleanse your energy, give you some, small messages before your sun sign reading comes out. Okay, and sometimes I can tie you over until then. Okay, so that being said, I went on ahead and just reshuffled the deck for you guys, okay? And you guys should know how this goes. We're going to start with your past from the top, past placement from the top, one from the bottom for your present energy, and then one directly, energetically from the middle. Okay. Take the time, Aries, to pull out a notebook to write the answers down in regards to each question for your placement. Okay. We're going to ask some definitive questions. I will hold the cards up momentarily. You can write down how they make you feel or answer the question. You can take the time to write out your projected or wanted overall outcome for your situation that you're currently in right now. Okay. And if I resonate with that, or we end up meeting in the same uh, intuitive message, by all means put it down in the description box below. I'd love to know. Okay. And hopefully these readings are helping you. All right. So let's get started with your past placement. What held you back in the past, Aries? What held you back in the past? Okay, so we're going to look at this card right here for a moment. Aries, you can take the time to see how this card makes you feel. Kind of write down what you feel held you back in your past, okay? Be honest with yourself, Aries. This is for you and only you, okay? No one else, okay? So whatever you write down for you is for you, okay? You don't have to share it. You can, if you want, you can send me an email by all means. I don't mind that. You can go to my About Me page, golden.abstracts18 at gmail.com, okay? If you want to, shoot me, a little message, okay? If these have been helping you. Nonetheless, let's get into what held you back in the past, okay? I feel as though you see in this card, it gives me that motherly vibe, okay, if you will, as you see this kind of like egg shape here, and she's holding the egg. Up at the top is her crown chakra, third eye here, kind of blooming a flower of some sort, okay? And then this kind of aura around her, okay? I feel as though in the past, possibly Aries, um, you, I'm not going to say, I don't want to say unfortunately, but to you, you may feel this way. You had so many hopes and dreams for yourself in the past, and unfortunately, you had somewhat of a roadblock when you possibly birthed a child. Okay, a child was brought into this world in the past. Okay, and it stunted your plans, not your growth, but your plans. Okay, there were so many things that you wanted to accomplish back in your younger years. Maybe you had this child at a young age. Okay, and so you had to kind of get to maturity sooner rather than later, okay, in the sense of being able to take care of another person, another being, okay, and so that possibly stunted your plans, okay. However, I feel as though even though you had that child, you stuck a pin in what you wanted to do, to have that child, okay. I don't think you have any major regrets, but you do occasionally have that coulda, shoulda, woulda type moment every now and again, okay? And so, but let's stick on the past. That is possibly what you feel has held you back in the past, okay? Is having a child. It postponed your plans where you had to do it at a later date, okay? So again, I don't think it's major regrets. I don't want to get into it too much. I try not to be too political on my channel to avoid, negative energy because politics can become very negative and toxic. So I try to leave that out of my readings as much as possible. Okay, but at times I think you do kind of go back to the past and kind of sometimes wish you can take things back or do things differently, okay? But nonetheless, you are now the person that you are today because of that choice that you made, okay? So there's no way to, take it back. It's already happened and you've done what you can, okay, with what you had, okay? So let's go into your present, okay? What continues to hold you back presently? What continues to hold you back presently? Okay. Another sign got this last week. I think it was Pisces. Okay. You could have Pisces in your chart. Okay. I'm going to hold this up right here. What continues to hold you back presently? Okay. I feel as though presently, like I said before, you may hold some resentment primarily towards yourself, okay, about the choices that you've made in your life, okay. On top of that, as this person is cowering and there's like this internal energy of, screaming, screaming out internally, and there's this, rainbow over you, I feel as though you have to maintain a certain representation of yourself, not so much towards people, but to those close to you. Okay. Um, Again, as I stated, there's like some form of, maybe regret and resentment a little bit surrounding you, in the choices that you've made. And, you feel almost guilty for it, okay, in a sense of how you really truly feel on the inside. You have this, persona representation, like I said, on the exterior, where everybody would think that, you are well put together, you've got your head on straight, you can make good of any bad situation, but on the inside, you're really struggling, okay? And you have to find a way to release that, okay? Um, I cannot stress enough, and I will always say it on this channel as I am a pure advocate of it and I have done it myself. And even considering going back, is doing therapy, okay? Therapy is a safe place for you to relinquish those deep, dark secrets that no one knows, okay? That you probably feel, like I said, guilty for even thinking them, okay? And so you suppress, okay? You're doing a lot of suppression. The more suppression you do, the more probability of you snapping on those that are closest to you. Like I said, I don't feel like it's extended, such as friends, okay, or associates. To them, you're a peach. But with those who are in your internal circle, such as family, they there's something totally different. Okay, um, there's a breaking point. Okay, and so internally, you're holding in some things just to save face, with those that are closest to you, because you're looking out for their feelings. But what about yours? Okay, because you're suffering in silence. Okay, in reference to the choices that you've made in your life. Okay, you have to find a way to accept what you've chosen to do. Okay, realize that it is in the past, and you have to focus on the present, and somehow you have to work on expressing yourself with compassion with others while considering yourself as well. The more you release in a loving and compassionate way, the less pain you'll be having, that you'll have on you. Okay, and whether they retain it, whether they change from the information that you give them, is on them. Okay, so that being said, let's move on to your future placement. Okay, so the future placement is asking, how will you change your future? Now, we kind of talked about that just now in your present. Okay, so kind of take heed to that. All right, let's see how you will change your future. Okay, of course, this is another card that has been very, I'm not going to say very frequent, but it reminds me of the death card in tarot. Okay, so you have this skeleton here. In order to change your future, you're going to have to end a cycle. Okay, something is going to have to end in order for you to be reborn, in a sense of no longer being fearful of how people interpretate you, or fear of judgment, okay, from other people. Okay, you are your own person. You're allowed to feel. You bleed just as everyone else does. You have a heart, you have a mind, you breathe air just like everyone else. Okay, and you have the right to feel the way that you feel. Okay, and these are thoughts and feelings that you've probably been holding on to for quite some time. Okay, not really having the chance to release the pain in a conducive way, that you're not holding on to it, where it continues to be traumatic to you or triggering to you in some kind of way. Okay, and so it's time to stop being so timid. It's time to stop holding things in. It's time to express in a, respectable way, where people can, understand where you're coming from. All right, and again, they don't have to like it, but they can respect it. Okay, and so that is how I feel you will change your future, is standing up for yourself, releasing that old energy, so that way you can continue to move forward in a healthy way within your relationships, whether it be friends, family, or romantic. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck to see what the overall outcome is of your energy, Aries. And we have this star. Okay, the world is in the middle, and you have all these people around in a star. Okay, first time ever really seeing this come out in a final outcome, which, is not bad. It's a good thing. Okay, in progressing, like I said, and relinquishing all of that pain and sorrow and guilt and resentment and regret, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, you truly end up connecting in a sense of understanding. Okay, you are healing not only yourself but others as well, okay? Because you never know, those close connections such as family. I really feel a strong connection to possibly family drama or toxic family energy, okay? Of finally kind of explaining what's going on with you and your thoughts of the past and your regrets and things of that nature. It kind of will also help them understand what you went through in your past to get to where you are now, and it will cause some form of healing between you and your immediate family, okay? Where, again, like I said, they don't have to like it, but they can respect it, okay? And eventually they will get used to this new you, okay? You are no longer going to take on the responsibility like you did in the past for other people. Okay, everyone is grown now. Everyone should be responsible enough to take care of themselves now and not primarily rely on you. You could have been somewhat of a reliable person, not just as a mother or father, getting where you fit in, okay, but in a sense to everyone, okay? And so now that needs to come to an end because you have to take care of yourself, okay? As it came out in your ancestor read yesterday, okay? So, Aries, don't forget to kind of pay attention to your energy throughout the week. If you've missed any of your readings this week, go back and check those out, okay? Because there could be something that you missed this week, and whatever hasn't transpired now could happen at a later date, okay? But again, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next, okay? But with that being said, Aries, that is all that I have for you guys for this Happen to Your Soul. Um, we'll not see you guys until next month, but until then, peace.